Hello, everyone. Justice Watchag here with another episode. We're talking about Charlie Adelson again. I'm going to look at this from a different perspective. I just want to talk about this is his prison photo here on your screen. Oh, I just lost it. I'll put it back. It's him in prison. They shaved his beard and his hair. He's in prison for life. He's got no grounds for an appeal. It's a fair trial. His own words is what hung him. And now it's time to go after the rest of the family. But I wanted to mention something because it's very interesting. Here's his prison photo. And look at Sigfredo down here. This is Sigfredo Garcia. Don't they look very similar? This is Katie Magbanow's ex, her father of her children, that probably is the one. We will never know the real truth because I can't trust nothing of what they have to say. But he was one of the hitmen. He's the one that probably pulled the trigger. He, with probably a promise of rekindling a relationship with this broad that was trying to go with the, and I'm putting this in quotes, I'm saying it sarcastically, the rich dentist. I mean, I'm trying to make it PC. I made another video just now, just FYI for everybody. But I said things, and you can kind of fill in the blanks in your own mind without me saying it and getting barred off YouTube. But I was thinking in the way like how people talk kind of in the street about what she was trying to get. But that what she was trying to get in this life, and they were planning to kill some man for child custody, this man's sister, and how ridiculous that is and idiotic, and on top of being wicked. But beyond that, I'm just talking about metaphysically, they're like the same person. They're both scumbags. They're both rotten in prison. They're going to spend the rest of their life in prison. And they look the same in these prison mugshots, uncannily. In life, they had different socio-cultural ethnicities and all that, different names, different labels, different sides of the tracks they're from. But look at how they're the same. Isn't that interesting? And another thing that's the same about them is the woman that's between them. You know? Sigfredo was being strung along by her, and Charlie Adelson was stringing her along, is what it sounds like to me. That's the energy I get from it. I don't think he was ever looking for a woman, by the way. He wanted flings and fast women and that sort of thing. But now he's going to be in prison in a cell for the rest of his life. The only way he's going to get out is in a body bag. He chose this life. He chose this. He thought it looked cute. People being tough and ghetto street and all that kind of stuff. Be a thug. He wanted to do that make-believe, but he did it for real when he got somebody killed. And, look at him. This is the dentist, the prison dentist. That's what he's going to be till he die now. And the other guy, Sigfredo, we don't know him. I'm not trying to talk trash about him, but I want to say he looks very much like Charlie. Maybe in life, in their everyday life, when they were walking around on Earth in freedom, they probably didn't look exactly alike. But isn't it something how they look very similar? I just thought that was interesting. But I was looking at the documents online, the court records. You can see right here, Charles Adelson's at the top. His case is closed. He's been deposed to prison. And Donna Adelson, she's awaiting trial. And I click on one of the links. Oh, I thought I had one already open. And I saw his address on here. I'm not going to go through all this right now. But I just wanted to show you that I did get his address from in here. From this site. This is something else. This isn't about an address. But, and I wanted to look it up. His address is in Fort Lauderdale, the last place he lived. It's another person there now. But you all like to look at the street addresses. And I'm going to type it in here and look at what he gave up to be in prison for the rest of his life with a bunch of men who are angry, and many are angry. I know everybody's not the same. There could be some real innocent people in there, and that's a shame too. But just the desperation and toxicity of being incarcerated in prison. So here we go. Oh, now what happened? Did I do it wrong? Oh, I didn't put where. I'm sorry. I didn't do that right. Let me put his correct address. I didn't do it correct. I didn't type the whole thing. But I'm typing it now. It's Whale Harbor Drive. It's like a place in Fort Lauderdale where people have access to the water from the back. Instead of like having a back alley, they have like a back waterway where they can go right on out to the ocean. So here we are. This is the address. And I wanted to just look around at it first, just do some exploring. I know some of the other YouTube channels actually drove here and showed what this area was like. Charlie had a neighbor, by the way, an elderly man that died. And they were so close to Charlie, and I think the whole Adelson family went to his funeral, the neighbor that died. But close by is, at the end of the street, we see a cube. At the end of the street he lives on, or lived on, excuse me, the past tense, is this Cube Smart self-storage. And I wonder, since it's so close, he had a dog and he would walk his dog too. I wonder, is there any more evidence in this Cube Smart storage? Maybe the Tallahassee Police Department and DA's office need to get more search warrants and see if he has any more evidence that could be incriminating to the other co-conspirators in the case, such as Wendi Adelson. I'm just thinking out loud. There's a 7-Eleven. Looks like a big busy road right here. A Shell gas station, a 7-Eleven, a Food Mart, Lauren Food Mart. Well, we see that, so this is where he's at, and this is the waterway that's in the back. Now, this isn't going to be exactly what it looked like when he was there. You know, this is Google Earth, and we're looking at the street. This is the street he lived on. He left this to go live in prison until death, when he'll be carried out in a bag. And he probably won't even get a decent burial with family because they weren't even there during the trial. Not one family member. Very telling. Not one family member stood by his side in the trial. He did all this for family. This was all this was for. This toxic love. I call it toxic love. I'm going to do a video on toxic love too. You see what good toxic love is. They claim they'd do anything for their loved ones, their sunshines. They'll kill for them. And now they're going to prison. And not only that, they threatened to off themselves. I can't say the word suicide because I will be flagged in the YouTube algorithm and won't get views. But we need a real talk about those things. These are real issues. They did all that. Now they're saying that. So all this, they left. This is the house. I thought this street, like these to me don't look like multi-million-dollar properties. I'm sure they cost a lot because it's Fort Lauderdale. This is the house. This is Charlie Adelson's house. What he left. And in the back is a way that you can get on the water. Like it looks like you can see in most of these driveways, his neighbors, they've got boats. So this must be a big thing here. Is having a boat. You can go out in the water. Imagine partying at night. Get the loose women on the boat, go out in the water. It's warm all the time in Florida and South Florida. It's warm. And the only thing they have is like hurricanes, which is the price of living in paradise. This house on the corner here, look at this house. To me, it looks nice. This is about the nicest one here. The one at the end of the cul-de-sac with this big gate. And I don't know how familiar all the neighbors are. Sometimes in the suburbs, you just see people coming and going. You don't really know what's going on in their life. Sometimes they're connected and sometimes they aren't. A lot of times in the suburbs, the thing that connects people is if they have kids and the children playing and get to know each other. And that's sort of how the adults get to know each other. And Charlie does have a child. He has I believe a 5-year-old son. Correct me if I got the age wrong. But I don't believe he was raising his son. I think he's got a baby's mama and a son that he's now removed from that child's life. Just like he removed Dan Markel from his children's life. And this is, it's justice and it's also poetic justice, but at the same time it doesn't bring the life back. It's absolutely hideous and wicked that somebody would throw their life away for something like that. But beyond that, look at this. It's a waterway. I would like it to be on a satellite. I don't know why it puts that. So you see these are the waterways in the back. You see the mark with it. That's his address on Well Harbor Lane. And you go down all these alleys, they connect to this. And eventually you can make your way. It's a long way, but you can make your way. It looks crowded. Now, this must be the thing in this area, to have a boat. You go all the way. I wonder if flooding is an issue. South Fork New River. Let me see how far it is till you get. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to get out to the sea. See how far it is. It's quite a ways. It's not like instant. Oh, not. Okay, here we go. Wonder what that would be like. 30 minutes? Just to sail down this till you get. Here's where you would be out. And there's the ocean. Right here. That's not bad. Bet it's nice. Bet it's a fun life. I bet he's going to be very miserable in prison with all those angry men and all those men trying to get over, and all of them, they thought they'd get away with whatever they're in there for too. And all this was for this person that they don't even speak to anymore. The family sounds like it's gone to tatters. Apparently Wendi doesn't talk to her mom. She's like shunned the whole family after they killed her husband for her, supposedly. But it was toxic to begin with. So now, this is what this was all for. This is how ridiculous this is. And you know what's coming next, everybody? You know what's coming next? I'm going to show you what's coming next. Wendi's name added to this list. Justice is going to be served. And I want to talk about more things, but I'm going to come back. And I know, this is just a housekeeping note, I know that I'm not tech savvy, but I'm willing to learn, and I'm going to start learning how to edit and how to add other things in, like audio and other audio and stuff like that. But right now, and I'm satisfied with this, it's commentary. It's just human condition, talking about stuff with relation to true crime. Some of the things that maybe some of these other channels aren't covering. I don't think anyone's talking about how they look alike. Charlie and Sigfredo. And their connection is Katie. Katie made this happen. If not for Katie, if Katie had this guy talking about he wants to get his brother-in-law roughed up, I'm putting it in quotes. We know it was murder, bloody murder. She should have went to the police. My ex-boyfriend, or whatever you want to call him, the dentist, the rich guy, wants to get his brother-in-law killed. He's serious. He's not just talking out his head. He's offering money. He's trying to... Soliciting murder is against the law. Absolutely outrageous these people throw their life away like this. I have more to say. You can fill in the blanks. That's the mother right there. She is in prison. She's going to prison. She's in jail, awaiting trial. That's going to come soon. Justice is the long arm of justice, and the wheels of justice are turning. And this is not just justice for Dan Markel, but justice for society. To let others know that no matter how much money you got, no matter how narcissistic, sick, borderline psychopathology, no matter how entitled you may feel, the justice is going to come down on you if you do something wicked. And you better think hard before you throw your life away. They destroyed their whole family. One thing Donna said on a recorded line, on a recorded jail line, is that her family's cursed. Well, yeah, it is. But it's cursed by you. Your actions caused your family to be cursed. It's self-inflicted. And it's outrageous. Don't you love did you love your son? Your love for your family should be more than your hate for others. And that's what toxic love, that's not the case. Their hate or whatever it was, I don't know what their emotions were, for that man meant more than peace and prosperity for their own family. That's outrageous. People do stuff like that, they'll do anything. and justice has been served. I don't have any more to say right this moment, but I am going to come back with some more videos and some other cases. So stay tuned, everyone. Be safe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.